So this one is pretty wild and it's moving as I'm recording, so keep that in mind. Today, Anthropic put out a statement saying the US government has ordered them to shut off access to Fable 5 and Mythos 5. Not throttle it, not restrict it to certain regions, basically shut it off completely for every customer. And the reason is the part that makes this different from anything we have covered. This came through an export control directive citing national security. The order blocks access by any foreign national, whether they're inside the US or outside it, and that even includes Anthropic's own foreign national employees. Anthropic says the only way to actually comply with this is to pull the models entirely for everybody. Their other models, Opus, Sonnet, Haiku, all that stays up is just Fable 5 and Mythos 5 that are going dark. Now here's where you have to pay attention to who's saying what, because there's the government's position and then there's Anthropic's position, and they don't necessarily match. Anthropic says they got the directive today at 5:21 p.m. Eastern, and the letter didn't actually spell out the specific national security concern. Their understanding is that the government believes someone found a way to jailbreak Fable 5, a way around the safety guardrails. So Anthropic says they looked at the demo of this technique, and their read is that it surfaced a small number of already known minor vulnerabilities, the kind of thing that already publicly available models can find too, without needing any special bypasses. And they get specific about what the supposed jailbreak even is. Anthropic says the government has only given them verbal evidence of a narrow technique that basically amounts to asking the model to read a code base and fix software flaws in it. They say that they reviewed the report they think the directive is based on, and the capability shown there is widely available from other models, including OpenAI's GPT 5.5, which is kind of funny. They're basically snitching on OpenAI. And it's the same kind of thing defenders use every day to keep systems safe. So that's the core of the disagreement. Anthropic is saying this isn't some master key that unlocks the model. This is a narrow thing, not that serious. The capability already exists elsewhere, and pulling a model over it doesn't make sense. And to back that up, they walk through how Fable's safety was built in the first place. They say in the weeks before launch, they red teamed it with the US government, the UK's AI Safety Institute, outside organizations, and internal teams for thousands of hours. But one thing that they don't mention in the blog post completely is, if you guys remember watching my videos when I was telling you that Fable 5 was coming or Mythos 5 was coming, while their model was being red teamed, somebody got access to it and leaked it to a Chinese source. Then it was being sold online through a platform mainly used in China, and their API was being sold for overpriced amounts, so people got early access to the model, and that's why we saw so many leaks. But they don't mention that, and that could be one of the key reasons why the US government was worried about this. Their claim is that the Fable safeguards come out stronger than any model they deployed before, strong enough that users were actually complaining they were too aggressive, which is true. Yesterday I talked about how the Anthropic safeguard were kind of annoying for a lot of consumers and people were complaining about it, so that part is true. But here's the nuance Anthropic is careful about, and I think it's worth repeating exactly how they frame it because it's honest. They say nobody has found a universal jailbreak, meaning a method that broadly unlocks the model's cyber capabilities. But they also admit something most companies wouldn't say out loud. They say perfect jailbreak resistance probably is impossible for anyone right now, that every safeguard in the industry is vulnerable to some narrow workaround, and that a universal one will likely be found eventually. So their whole approach was what they call defense in depth. Make jailbreaks either really narrow or really expensive to pull off, and pair that with heavy monitoring to catch and shut down attacks fast. It's also why they required 30-day data retention on Fable, which they admit cost them with some customers, but it lets them study and patch jailbreaks. But where does this all actually land? Anthropic is complying. The models are coming down, but they're openly disagreeing with the decision. Their argument is that a narrow potential jailbreak shouldn't be grounds for recalling a commercial model that's deployed to hundreds of millions of people, and that if the standard got applied across the board, it would basically freeze all new model releases from every frontier lab. And that's what makes this bigger than Anthropic, because if the government can pull a model on this basis, that same logic doesn't just apply to Fable. It applies to OpenAI, to Google, to everyone. Anthropic's position is that the government should be able to block unsafe deployments, but through a process that's transparent, fair, and grounded in technical fact. And they're saying this action didn't follow those principles. They also apologize to customers. They're calling it a misunderstanding, and they say they're working to get access back as fast as they can. And they say they share more details over the next 24 hours. So I would genuinely keep an eye on this one because the next day is going to tell us a lot. Either the government shares the actual technical basis and we find out why it's more serious than Anthropic is making it sound, or this gets walked back and it was really a narrow finding blown up into a full recall. Right now, we only have one side's detailed account, and that side obviously has a stake in how this looks, so I'm holding off on calling who's right until we actually see what the government actually puts forward. Before we continue, we just launched the Universe of AI newsletter. If you want to stay on top of AI news without having to hunt for it, link is in the description. Don't miss out. Now, as consumers, this is big news for us because it kind of tells us where the AI space is heading. This is a growing space. This is a space where the development AI is way more exponential compared to how law and regulation has moved. And that has been the case throughout history. Technology always moves faster than the laws and regulations that govern them. And we can see that these labs are obviously ahead of what the government is able to understand, number one, or control. They don't have the capabilities to govern these, or they don't have the legislation, and across the world this is the case. Now, what this means for us users is that maybe it's time to look into local models. Maybe it's time to deploy models locally on our computers. Obviously, that's easier said than done. They require you to have, obviously, the necessary hardware to do that. But there are Opus level models you can run right now on your home GPUs. And as this person mentions, nobody's going to be able to stop you from using them. According to this person, this is only the beginning. I'm not 100% sure if this is the case. I think we are earlier in this space. Maybe this is more like a one-off situation. And, as governments get more comfortable with AI, as governments work with these AI labs, there might be less restrictions on this. But obviously, AI is a space that is basically so powerful that every single government kind of wants to have control over it and not let other governments obviously access it. It's kind of like, if I were to think of this, if you guys are big history people, it's kind of like the Cold War again, where Russia and USA were competing, but this time around, it's not Russia. It's more like USA and China, and they're competing on obviously releasing the best technology and being the first one. And obviously right now, if the US labs, OpenAI and Anthropic are producing models that are so powerful, if they land into hands of the Chinese government, which the US government doesn't want, they're obviously not going to let that happen. So this is why we're seeing things like this. But there's another take on this, which I think is important. Any model that the US labs create, meaning Anthropic, OpenAI, Google XAI, they're going to lose billions of dollars when it comes to revenue because they won't be able to deploy their models outside of the US. That's basically what the restriction is. No one outside of the US can use it, no one in the foreign employee space as well. So that is a big implication for these labs. Then another implication is that anyone working for these labs that are not American, or that are not US citizens, might not be able to work for them. So that's another restriction where it comes to talent pool, which is really important. So according to this person, and I kind of understand his take, is that this basically means that the frontier labs, the US labs, won't be able to train and deploy these models because number one, they're not going to be able to access foreign customers. So that means less revenue. Less revenue means less money to actually train the models, and loss of human capital because if you're not able to work for the US government, you might work for another lab that is not obviously American, can be in China. So basically, you're kind of giving China an advantage because you're slowing down the development of AI in US, and you're kind of giving China, for example, time to catch up as well attract talent to go work for them. But this is all being based off the fact that if this continues, if the US government continues to interfere with the labs, especially deploying models like Fable 5 and Mythos 5, which I don't know if is going to be the case. Fable 5 and Mythos 5 are models obviously that are way too powerful compared to anything that's out there right now. So maybe that's why this restriction is put into place at the moment. But who knows, maybe even GPT 5.6 faces similar restriction because the models are obviously getting better and better at an exponential scale compared to where everything else is heading. But what do you guys think? Some people are kind of mad at Anthropic because they're blaming Anthropic for hyping up the models, saying that, oh, our models are really, dangerous, they're scary, we're scared to release them. And when they actually release them, Dario Modi basically says that we should stop AI development and kind of building up that fear mongering. That's what people are saying. And because of that, the government finally stepped in. So what do you guys think? Do you think it is Anthropic's fault, or is this something that the US government is at fault of? But that's it for today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Follow our new newsletter as well at universeofai.beehive.com. As well, subscribe to the main channel World of AI. and support us on X by following the universe of AIZ as well. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.